Thursday night here. Um, just was doing some stuff around the house and kind of staying away from the shop today. I need a little break. It's been busy. I've been turning about 110 hours a week, and my shop here, my garage here. I shouldn't say this shop. This is just my garage, but I have this Mac Tools Tech 1000 that I'm trading in on my new box, which is going to be a Mac. And obviously, you can see I took extremely good care of this. This is one of 3 of my toolboxes. I have another box that's not really a great box, just a Home Depot Husky at the shop. But then I have this box that I was using as my main box, and then I have that cart. But I'm getting a whole, trading in this, getting in a bigger box, getting a different deal. I'm actually getting the same box. I actually really like this box. With my cart and my cabinet that I got, it holds all my stuff, like all my cases, and stuff like that. So it gives me a lot more room, a lot more efficient. And then with that Jamestown tool cart, it just works great. But anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling on. I wanted to show you guys a couple cool tools that I have. If you've never seen them, just wanted to show you a couple deals on some stuff since I was digging through this box that I haven't really ever talked about. The first thing is these extensions from Mac. These things are handy. These are some of my favorite. I got the other ones at the shop in my box, but I actually like these because they have a ratcheting end on them, locking extension, real handy. And you can see I've used this one a fair amount. This one is a X6 EDL, and I'm trying not to mess up the camera. I should be doing this in landscape mode. Sorry. I know how people don't like when you do videos in not landscape mode, but anyways, so I have that little one, then there's one that goes right here and one that goes right there. And then I kind of showed this in my tool cart tour, but this is a Stanley, part number 89962, and the reason why I bought that is because this bad dad here, believe it or not, this thing's been handy. This is a great neck. Bought this at like Kmart years ago, but it still works, and I've cranked this thing. As you can see, it turns. It's got this little spinny handle. It's a bit bulky, but it's actually came in handy a time or two. So the reason why I bought this is because the times that I did want to use that, this is an old tool. This is like 20 years old. So the reason why I did buy this one, is because of that one. Because this is the handle just spins, and you just, let me see if I can demonstrate here while holding with 2 hands. You just turn the handle. With this one, the handle, you ratchet the handle back. You spin the handle like that, and it ratchets both ways, so it's actually a little bit more. So I'm spinning the handle both ways. Pretty cool ratchet. Fine tooth. This was long before fine tooth was a big thing, but then again, these are my very first ratchets when I got out of tech school. These are S&Ks. These round head ratchets, they were a little sloppy, but these things were durable. I used these for a long time. The old S&K USA. These are some of my favorite ratchets, and I will have these for the rest of my life. But these are what started making me money when I was a mechanic, and I used them all the time. I've got a full set. I've actually got the 1/2 inch in the house because I was doing a job with a tub. But this 1/4 inch ratchet was really nice, and the head profile on it is not very big at all. If you compare it to this gear wrench, it's not much bigger. This is one of the gear wrench round heads. I just bought a cheap set of these for at home because I love these roto ratchets. But anyways, that part number on that Stanley is 89-962. I definitely recommend getting a set of these 1/4 inch and 3/8. I think that they can be a lifesaver, especially if you're trying to start something in an awkward position or something like that. But it's kind of one of those deals where I've had it, it's when you need it, you need it. When you don't, it just kind of hangs out, but still kind of a cool tool, just like this guy here. I mean, this thing right here, I can't remember what job I was doing, but I remember right out of tech school, had a job on a Cummins, I believe it was, or something. I was trying to get something. This is before ratcheting wrenches too, so I guess that kind of makes a difference with that. But that thing right there saved my ass, I remember. And from that day forward, I was glad I made that purchase of $20 or whatever it was. So, anyways, next thing was this here Mac. This was way before Snap-on had theirs out. I seen Snap-on the other day is promoting theirs. I only use this in special occasions. Once again, this is one of those tools when you need it, and you don't, you don't. But the head spins all the way around, and the reason why I like this one better than I do the Snap-on is because that Snap-on one has a button that pushes out, where this one locks. You spin that lever, unlock, lock. So you can get this in any position, not just the locking position like the one the Snap-on has. I don't want it in that position. Turn it, boom, lock it. I mean, it is any position at all. This was a patented tool by Mac back in the day. Right there's the patent. XRIC10PA. I think it was called the Spinflex or something to that nature. But this is also saved my butt. It goes completely around. Very neat ratchet. And I think the Snap-on might be a little bit thinner when it comes around to there, but when you're trying to, let me see if I can set this up so I can kind of get a little demonstration of that. So when you're trying to, you know, you can do that motion with it, but it literally locks in every position. You know, it's not just one position. It locks almost every degree, every angle. Definitely a handy ratchet. You can see I haven't used this one a ton, but that's the reason why, is because when I bought it, I think this ratchet was extremely expensive. So I've kind of babied it, and I actually have another one too, I think a 1/4 inch. Use a 1/4 inch a lot more, but this thing's like at least 20 years old. I mean, I'm not a spring chicken. I've been out of tech school since 1998. So for those of you that don't know, I'm getting to be an old guy now. But anyhow, the next item on the agenda, if you haven't seen these, Super Scraper. This is the original carbide scraper. See that tip right there? I have several of these. I just buy them in case I'm going to lose one. I never want to be without one. And this one's my home one that I use, which is very, very rarely. Don't like doing work at home, but this is the original one. They have a smaller blade one that's a 5/8. These things, if you are using, let me move this in here. If you are using these scrapers, you're wasting your time. These things are worthless. In fact, this was the first scraper that I bought, was a Matco years ago, and I kept trying to file this thing down, do everything. It's a piece of crap. I hate that thing. This scraper, this is what you want. I like this wooden handle. Now Lyle is rebranding them. Mueller Caps is rebranding them. Matco's rebranding them. But this is the company. They're made here in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I'm not in Cedar Rapids, but they're made here in Iowa. I'm from Iowa. The company that makes them, I know the people, and I'm not sponsored by them, but they are great people, and they have been making these for over 2 decades. So if you're just now finding out about these, you've been living in a hole. I'll tell you that right now. So, anyways, that's that. So I showed you 2 ratchets. Then this little guy right here is a Mac, and they still sell this. I've had this forever. This is a 2-inch angle grinder, and I use this little doodad all the time. This is a Mac 2-inch AG200 angle grinder, and this thing is super handy for getting into tight spots if you got to do some grinding. And yeah, they are the only ones that have the wheels for them, and I've never found them anywhere else. But this little doodad is a bad mamber jammer. It is super nice for doing fine detail work and grinding. Maybe you have a Dremel. I don't know. Maybe I use it just because I bought it. I don't know, but there's times when I get it out, and I'm glad I had it. I've used it several times, and it's been awesome every time. I'm glad I bought it. Second thing's another one that's not really new, or the last thing I got. Actually, I got two. I don't know if anybody's ever seen these. I haven't seen anybody have these on any toolbox tours, but this is a Mac SP556A, and Lyle does make this too. This is an adjustable seal puller. There's all sorts of different ones out there, and I got different seal pullers, but this one is pretty sweet because it, whoops, sorry. This thing goes all the way, like it has different positions for every hole here. See if I can get it. So this one's a position, that one's a position. You put the locking deal in, that one's a position. That one's straight up and down, I believe, pretty much. And then that one's a position. So for pulling seals, this little feller is pretty handy in my opinion. Just got a little, you know, pop nut deal. I like it. I've used it quite a bit over the years. Actually, this is the second one I have once again. I usually have about two of everything. So, and then the last thing I got was an Amazon pickup because I lost mine, but I use this tool for many other things than just this. The part number on this is something air wedge. There it is. I'll let you guys. I'm not gonna go through all that. This kit I got, what I bought it for was this guy. Get out of there. Air wedges come in handy. I do it with my lockout kit, but I've actually used it for moving stuff too that was being stubborn. Stuffing in between there, give it a little pump. You know, you got something that's being stubborn, you're trying to get in the way. Door pins on a Chevy, I think I've used it on that a little bit. It's just nice because it gives you slight movement without bumping it. I think everybody should have an air wedge. They're just handy. Something I do might not be something that you'll do, or maybe you'll disagree with me on it, but you know, when I did door pins on a Chevy, I would stick that in there and then just give it a quick little bump, and that way I didn't have to like fidget it around, bump it around, pump it, you know. So it was just giving just a little bit of movement where you needed to get it, so you get it get it right into that hole where you want it to. So, anyways, that's all that I got. Comments, questions, concerns, likes, shares, whatever. Ring the bell down below. You know, if you don't like it, you don't like it. That's fine. If you don't like me, that's fine too. I mean, I can't make you like me. Just trying to show you a few tricks and tips that I've learned over the years, pass it along. You know, just getting that information out there once again. And as soon as I get my new toolbox, we'll do a toolbox tour on that, get everything put together. Hopefully it's sometime this winter when I'm slow because I'm tired of being busy. I came home tonight, so I had to mow the yard, get all that stuff done. And, you know, my garage is a mess right now. I'm not even going to begin to show you around it because I don't really work out of my garage. It's my garage. You know, it's just not for working out of, really. It's where I park cars and lawnmowers and stuff like that, fishing equipment. And I have a toolbox, a pretty good sized toolbox here for when I need it. But anyways, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.